What's going on, Jerome's? The sixth Vikings practice of 2023 training camp is in the books, as well as the second in full pads. The Vikings got the day off tomorrow, and then they got the fantabulous first of two night practices on Thursday. And there's a lot to cover, so let's get into it. Also, this is the practice that Kirk wore number 66. So now, people, it's reported that it's like, oh, this is just an homage to Ryan Wright. Yeah, if you truly believe that on the day that Dalton Reisner, who wore 66 in Denver, had a visit with the Vikings, that Kirk just decided this morning, oh, gee golly, gee willikers, I'm just going to wear 66 in practice to honor Ryan Wright, who wore 66 in camp last year. Okay, I got a bridge to sell you, bro. Okay, but injuries first. Unfortunately, Tristan Jackson, the pride of Syracuse, went down. Looked like a pretty serious right knee injury. He was carted off and didn't look good. And there was a lot of players that came over and gave dap. And not to make light of injuries, but it very much demonstrates how much a player is liked. And Tristan Jackson's obviously well liked and well respected in the locker room. Lots of players coming over giving him dap. But if someone's not liked, maybe the coach would come over, but everyone else is like, But knocking on all the wood, hoping for the best for Tristan Jackson in that regard. Also, Andrew Booth Jr. walked off, and it's unfortunate. So he walked off with the trainers into the locker room. It's reported that the doctors were walking right behind him too. And Booth has had issues going back a long time. He had injuries all through his Clemson career. Last year, his rookie season was cut short after a meniscus injury. So it's just really unfortunate because Booth does have first-round talent. He fell to the second round because of those durability questions and issues, and hopefully he's going to be good to go again. Madison left practice limping a little bit, doesn't seem too serious. Also, Kinkenny wasn't present at practice today, no reason for that, as well as Marcus Davenport was not involved in team drills. So, could have been a veteran day, could have been a precaution, which Kevin O'Connell has been want to do with a lot of injuries. One of the two. Number two, on to fun things. So Brian Flores is bringing heat, man. And you saw the beginnings of it during the first four practices, but pads coming on, and that's when things get crack-a-lacking, and that's what Brian Flores is doing. Harrison Smith looks like he's turning back the hands of time. He's up at the line of scrimmage. He's blitzing. He's rambling. He's gambling, and that's exactly what we said, where Harrison only blitzed 14 times last year, which was a damn travesty, and Brian Flores is one of the more blitz-happy defensive play callers in the league, so you see it up at the line of scrimmage. They're jamming receivers. They got 8, 9, 10 guys in the box. You don't know who's going to be blitzing. They got stunts. They got bluffs. They got feints. Harrison probably had 3-4 sacks on the day, including just ripping up their situational drill at the end. It's something that you absolutely love and adore to see. Just, again, is this defense going to be a completely shut down defense like the 85 Bears or 2000 Ravens? Probably not. But will they blitz the living bejesus out of you? Will they get a turnover or two? Will they get a sack or two that can change the complexion of a game? Yes. I think they absolutely will do that. Addison had the big play of the day. He completely eviscerated Jawan Williams on a 42-yard touchdown on a deep route. Addison keeps racking and stacking up big plays, and that's exactly what we said he needed to do after the speeding ticket thing. Just get on the practice field, make plays, get on the game day field and make plays, and then everything will be all right. Also, big hits. So second day of practice, this is where it starts to get a little football-y, right? So Caleb Evans decleated Alexander Madison, and the whole thing about Evans too is that he can be too aggressive when it comes to tackling, and hence why he had 3 concussions last year. He said he's changed his technique, he's changed his equipment as well, but I absolutely love how alpha the Vikings cornerbacks are in run support. You look at Evans, you look at Booth, you look at Jawan Williams, they will mix it up. Mekhi Blackman especially as well, they'll get after it. Also, Jaquelin Roy Kent making his impression, and it's hard to do for defensive linemen when there's no pads, but once the pads are on, you can bring it. He plays with good leverage, he's got good upper body strength, and he's making some really nice plays, and I do think that he will be part of the defensive line rotation in the regular season. Jordan Hicks had a couple of nice sticks. Sazio Tomowo, who's looking to get some playing time there at one of the defensive end spots. A couple of nice run fits as well. Number 5, rotation of first-team linebacker. So Brian Osawa obviously is penciled in as a starter opposite of Jordan Hicks, but today they did rotate in Troy Dye as well as Ivan Pace Jr., a little bit opposite of Jordan Hicks. So I don't read too much into it, but also the meteoric rise of Ivan Pace Jr. is really something that Vikings fans should be pretty excited about. Also, yeah, on this depth chart, we should swap Pace and Quenku, but, next up, number 6. So rookie running back Dwayne McBride was one of the first team 2-minute drill, and this was when Madison was dinged up, and you would think that Ty Chandler would be in there, but I think that they're just giving McBride a shot in the situation. And McBride, we've seen over the last couple of days too, he's capable as a receiver, TBD about him as a pass blocker, which is way more important as a running back on passing downs. But I mean, Dwayne McBride, his career number of rushing attempts is 484. His career receptions, 5. And that's not to say that he can't catch the ball or that he can't protect the passer, but him running the ball was the Blazers' offense. So it's something that is really intriguing so early on in the process. Do the Vikings really see McBride as a 3-down running back? I would love to see it. Absolutely would. Also, Mekhi Blackman running with the first team defense, and they've had a rotation. Basically, Evans and Murphy are starting. Your 2 starting cornerbacks, and when they go 3 corners or nickel, they have Byron Murphy in the slot, and this for a rotation of Jawan Williams, Andrew Booth Jr. before he got injured, and also Mekhi Blackman. Blackman running exclusively with the 1s today, Jawan Williams with the 2s, so that's something that's very promising to see from the rookie 3rd-round cornerback from USC. Also, the whole Mekhi Blackman and Jordan Addison competing in practice. What's great about it, too, is they talked to Blackman about it, where it's not about trash talk, it's not about this, that, or the other thing, it's not about vitriol, it's not about proving who's the man, it's about making each other better, and he specifically used the term iron sharpens iron. And yeah, it's a cliche, but hey, you both are on the same team. This isn't about proving who is the best, or this isn't a measuring or a pissing contest. This is, hey, how can I make you better? How can you make me better? And then we'll just make this entire team better by improving together. I love it. Also, number 8, Blake Proehl, coming off that ACL, voice of an angel, as well as Brandon Powell, the free agent from the Rams, out there making plays with the 2s and the 3s. A couple nice catches in 11-on-11s and 1-on-1s. And Powell's intriguing. So a little bit more of a joystick player in the punt return mix as well with Jalen Reagor. Jordan Addison also returned a couple punts, but I mean, it's really crowded in that receiver room, and again, hopefully everything is okay with Tristan Jackson, but competition for that 5 probable roster spots on the 53, as well as a handful of practice squad spots at receiver. I mean, some good players aren't going to make this team or this practice squad, man. In the receiver room. Number 9, so Wanham and Jones working first-team edges. So Davenport didn't participate in team drills. Daniil Hunter, they're easing him back in. He's off doing individual work on the side. So the fact that DJ Wanham, Patrick Jones got first-team reps on the edge, which is really good, because I do think that Flores is going to find a way to have a rotation on the edge, as well as Patrick Jones, Daniil Hunter can put their hand in the dirt. Wanham has flexibility as well. Plus, I mean, DJ Wanham had 8 sacks in 2021, so it's not like he's a neophyte in these situations. And I think that there will be ways where there's 3 out of 4 in terms of Hunter, Davenport, Wanham, and Jones on the field. I'm sure there's packages where there'll be 4 out of 4 on the field. So making sure they get some first-team work is good to see. Then lastly, Brian O'Neill, back in full pads now, not a full participant, but they are progressing him slowly. He had been just in shells off to the side working on the rehab field, but now it's good to see the Vikings starting right tackle starting to make progress towards getting back onto the field by week 1. But that's it. And Kirk and Justin Jefferson are ridiculous. I mean, that goes without saying at this point. But that's it. That's Vikings practice recap number 6. Sace. Let us know your thoughts on our thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Skull Production Value.